Both team are strong contenders in this tournament. They're looking forward to a W today. So, coach is strategizing their team and what they can do to deliver the best outcome during the game. We have chief crew for the game, Mr. Saji Abraham, Mr. Srinath, umpire 1, and Mr. Gokul. These are the officials for the game. The, the crowd is all excited and happy to be in this ground. We can see a lot of parents, fans, and franchisee owners showing support. And we would like to thank all the viewers who have joined us live. Thank you for joining because you're going to witness the transformation in Kerala basketball. It's all set. We're going to have the game begin in few minutes from now. Alappuzha Dolphins with their starting lineup: Adina, Sherlin, Sadia, and Suradra. And for the Tuskers, Artika, Aparna, Jyoti, and Janet. A huge shout out to the officials who have been a big integral part of this tournament. This is the Basketball League Kerala in association with ABC Starting 5 and the Kerala Basketball Association. The coach for the Thrissur Tuskers is Mr. Rahul, and for the Alappuzha Dolphins is Mr. Joseph. We're ready and all set to go. This is the under 19 girls. This is the traditional way that the players greet the officials before the start of the game. And wishing the opponents as well before we begin. Basketball League Kerala under 19 girls. Here we go. The first possession with Alpi Dolphins. It was a good rebound by Abhinaya. Artika with the drive. She looks for options. Ball being blocked, but call is travel. Aparna starts with the turnover. Doing the point guard duties is Subhadra for the Dolphins. Look at the left hand power dribble. She passes down to Sherlin. That's a three. If you leave her free, you're going to see a lot of threes. What a start by Sherlin. This has been a good start for the Dolphins. Let's see if they can keep the run going. There's two turnovers in the first minute of the game. They have got off to a slow start. Tisa, drive to the left. Subhadra. Again, they're looking for an open man. There's a lot of opening created. Tuskers should step up on defense or they're going to have a hard time. It's an opening and that's an air ball. Artika tried to counter it back with a three, but it's just a start. With 2 minutes gone by, It's Dolphins with the lone three-pointer. The score is 3 and 0. Shot blocked. Possession still with Dolphins. There are a lot of teams which work behind the scenes to make this happen. We have the stats team, we have the table officials, and the commissioners as well. This is what makes the league so special. Artika bringing the ball up. She looks for options and so smooth on her drive. Artika with a well made two. There's a lot of pressure being put now. Tuskers are playing them on the top. Sherlin with the fake. It's a good rebound by Jyoti Rani. Attempted three. Rebound in the hands of Sadia. Sadia gets an easy opening and foul being made. Foul being called. Artika with the foul. This will send Adina to the line. The first few minutes have been very good shot selection by both the teams. They have not been in a hurry to make attempts. They're looking for options. That's a good sign to see. Adina with a made free throw. As the tournament is progressing, the free throw percentage is increasing as well. And Adina with the well made two free throws. Dolphins move to five and Tuskers on two. Opening from the center. What a move. Turnovers are mounting. A drive. Rebound. Adina has been strong on the offensive glass. Look at that. She uses a shoulder. Foul on Tisa. Blocking. Artika took the out of bounds. Sideline out of bounds. A block. Sadia using her height to great effect with this block. What a line of. It's a beautiful basket. It's a nice out of bounds play from the baseline. Sherlin with the next. She misses it. Sherlin got a three at the start, but she's gone cold after that. Travel been called. That's because the player hopped off the same foot. In basketball, if you want to make a zero step, you have to use the other foot. You can't hop off the same foot. That's why it was called for a travel. Kick out. Attempted three. The Dolphins are relying on a lot of three-pointer attempts. It's turnover. Can the stats team tell me how many turnovers this quarter? It's been a lot of turnovers. From five turnovers is what they say in quarter one from Tuskers. And it's a rebound. After I've been here for 3 days, I haven't seen anybody with a lungi, but finally I happened to see someone in the stadium wearing a lungi. I'm so glad I saw a gentleman. Artika with the attempted three. Wow, the ring has been friendly to her. It's a soft. touch, and Artika with the three. The shot selection is what I was talking in first quarter has been very good from the Dolphins as well as Tuskers. It's an outnumbering situation. Sadia under the board. Oh, it's a turnover. Joining you now from the comms will be the popular man, the voice of BF5, Mr. Ryan James.
Thank you, Markish. As we have 3:20 remaining here in this matchup, there's the pull-up jumper from mid-range. He fails to connect. Tuskers and the Dolphins locking horns, although neither of the two have horns, as I mentioned. Dolphins and Tuskers have had a good set of matches today across the different categories. And here in the women's under 19, they will go up against each other. Earlier, when we saw the boys take on one another, it was the Tuskers that came out victorious. And the girls under 19 team will also look to do the same thing. There's the drive all the way to the rim. She draws the foul, which means free throws will come next for the Dolphins in this occasion. Scores tied at 7 each. Artika now with the ball. She weighs in her options, gets the screen, going through all the way, fakes the pass, eventually makes the pass. There's the shot from beyond the arc of the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound and shot is good. Or it was close, but not close enough to go through the net for a second. We all thought that went in. Shot from Abhinaya, and it's still alive from the baseline. Plays it inside. Artika on the ball. She drives in, puts it up, can't get it to go. There's the rebound being fought for, but the Dolphins will bring it up. Sherlin with the ball quickly advances it. Subhadra lines up the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound gathered. A flying three as Aparna connects from beyond the arc, and the Tuskers opening up all their weapons. It's a well taken shot, set a foot. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Dolphins continue to draw the fouls and free throws loading. So 1 point affair as we enter the last minute of this matchup. Artika with a great bounce pass to find her teammate and the commanding steal. Dolphins now on the fast break. She's taking on three players and she draws the foul. For a second there, one may have wondered why did she still go in while there were three players to take on. But she's letting us know as to why she would in a situation like that. Sherlin at the free throw line fails to connect on the first. And she makes the second. Play resumes as the ball's brought up by Artika for the Tuskers. Last 35 seconds on the clock. Artika splitting through pose, makes it. And at this point, one may wonder, how do you stop a player like Artika, who's going to be so confident and dominant towards the ring? Shuttle on the ball, crosses over all the way to the rim. Great pass to a teammate, no foul there. And here come the Tuskers. Artika to the rim, will draw the foul. She slowed down a bit after crossing the 3 point line, but the important factor is that she went up for it with 2.2 remaining in this quarter. She's going to shoot free throws to add on to her team's lead. There's the offensive rebound, and she quickly gets the shot away, but it's no good. And at the end of the first quarter, it's a close affair between the two teams. Alappuzha Dolphins 10, Thrissur Tuskers 12. Stay tuned. We're all set for the second quarter of this matchup as the teams introduce their next set of five players. For the Dolphins, of course, the Dolphins are keeping a good core from the starting lineup itself to stay online for this matchup. However, the Tuskers have changed all five. Quite interesting strategy from Joseph, the head coach of the Dolphins. He's keeping the core on while Mr. Rahul's done something different with the Tuskers, as most of the teams do in a tournament and setup like this. There's the ball inbounded. It's Tuskers' ball. There's a screen set on top at the perimeter. Going in with the sequence. Looking for options. Running into too many bodies. It's still alive. Plays it out from the elbow. Lines up the shot. Can't connect. A second chance opportunity also no good. And the shot clock has resetted. But possession's going to go back to the Dolphins. There's the handoff. Drives through the left. Looking for a bounce pass. Inbound from the baseline, plays it cross towards the post, not the best of shots. And they've given another chance to the Dolphins. And a foul committed in the process. With 8:19 remaining here in the second, we see how interestingly the Tuskers have made changes to their starting five, as most teams do, but the Dolphins have kept three players from the starting lineup. Player at the line for the Tuskers is Varsha. Among Varsha, we also have Vega coming off the bench. Vega, part of the Kerala squad that won the silver medal a few weeks back at the Junior Nationals in Pondicherry. So she brings in a lot of winning basketball experience, although they did lose the final. Ball to be inbounded. Tuskers now evaluating their options. There's the screen set. Vega all the way to the rim. It's contained still. Loose ball. You can see the coaches just having a word, urging their players to stay afloat. Tessa now with the ball. Kicks it out. Good look for the three. Can't connect. There's the rebound. A second chance given from the corner. She launches it and makes it. A top shot for the Dolphins, and we're tied again at 13. Reshma making the basket. Tuskers now have to see what they do. Can they respond with one as the shot is missed? A great atmosphere here on a Saturday. There's a drive to the rim, and she's made it once again, this time along with the foul, which is why she's rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. Dolphins now have taken the lead, and she will look to complete the 3-point play and add on to this lead of theirs. In and out, rebound, somehow fought for, but it goes back to the Tuskers, and an outlet pass. And on the other side of the floor, she draws the foul, and Teju's gonna go to the free throw line. Great effort all the way to the rim. The follow-up shot's no good. Puts up the mid-range, can't get it to go. Rebound, fought for. The ball's brought back up. Gets past the half-court line, plays it over to the corner. Drives through the baseline, too strong on the attempt, but she's drawn the foul. Sometimes that's all you ought to do in situations like that. Even if you're unsure of what to do, you draw the foul and opt in for free throws. A swift strategy one can adapt. Chance now for the Dolphins on the attack. All the way to the rim. Nicely done. Trick the defenders. And once again, they are back up by two. 19-17 with 5:14 remaining. Gets a good look and will shoot the shot. Dolphins searching for that defensive rebound which they've lost, and it's led to a basket. This is where it comes back to hurt a lot. When you're not able to gather that rebound and the opposition makes full use of it. Flying shot attempt. Once again, offensive rebound leads to another basket. It's the same scenario, same result, and the same player. Dolphins go quick on the other side and score. Again, a lot of contact on that drive. She fails to convert. Dolphins now on the forefront. Got something in mind. Fakes, goes up, gets blocked. And that's a great advance pass. Easy fast break basket for the Tuskers. And the lead constantly changes between the two teams. 23-21 in favor of the Tuskers. And you can see a half court press from the Thrissur Tuskers. No carries, says the official. Tuskers now lose the ball after getting it back. Still alive for the Dolphins. Dia on the drive, kicks it out. The three-pointer is launched. Finds a post underneath, who gets the rebound off the missed shot. And tight defense. And possession with 14 seconds remaining will stay with the Dolphins. The Alappuzha Dolphins exploring their options. They're down two. As the officials just clarify. As he inbound, goes back out, plays it inside. Quick catch and shoot. And the Dolphins will not get anything much out of that possession. And here come the Tuskers. Possessions lost. Chance again for the Dolphins. A lot happening in the middle. Looking to split the defender. She loses the ball in the process. And the Tuskers now in transition. Fakes it, goes up, and will keep it. It's going to be inbounded from the baseline by Christina Augustin, but not the ideal moment for the team. And once again, the Dolphins, all the way to the rim, will make the basket. And once again, the score is tied and a chance to take the lead. This is perhaps the seventh or eighth lead change between the two teams for the Dolphins. At the line, it's Amala Anna Joy shooting free throws. Off the missed shot, Dolphins love to captivate. Great work to get to the rim, but not the softest of finishes. It's still alive. And the shots missed. A third chance given in the same possession. This is the fourth chance as the rebound is gathered. And this time, she makes no mistake. And the question to ask the Tuskers, are you willing to give four opportunities in one possession to the opposition? We're into the last minute, and it's a 3-point lead for the Dolphins as a foul is committed. They're over the limit, which means it's going to be free throws. Going to send Hida Fatima to the line. Important free throws for the Tuskers to ensure that the score line is as tight as it can be. Dolphins having the better second quarter, which is why they've managed to bring this game quite close. Just a 1-point affair now between the two sides. Ball to be inbounded from the baseline. Finds a teammate. And the Dolphins. Great pass under the board. She could not gather it. It's still alive though for the Dolphins. Not anymore. Outlet pass on the fast break. She stops herself and manages to miss it. And the coach's reaction says it all. Not sure if we can get a sight of that. But sitting behind the bench, I can see how displeased the coach was with that moment. Those easy baskets that a team ought to score in situations like that. But this could possibly be the last possession if they utilize all the time, which they don't. And the Dolphins bring it up. Once again, it's Tuskers' ball, courtesy of a turnover. A lot of contact. And free throws once again for the Thrissur Tuskers. Christina Augustin will stand before the line and shoot a couple of them. In and out in that occasion. Tuskers down by one. The Dolphins having the last possession. They tried something smart with an advance pass, but the clock will wind down and it remains as tight as it was from the very beginning. After 2 quarters of basketball, it's Alappuzha Dolphins 26, Thrissur Tuskers 25. Stay tuned for the second half of this thrilling encounter coming your way.
Sun, our oldest source of energy. We can capture the power of sunlight and harness it to use in our own homes, businesses, schools, government buildings, and public utilities. Watson Energy, your one-stop solar solution.
We're all set for the second half of this matchup. We look at the stats through the first quarter. Quite interesting on how the rebounds have been in favor of the Dolphins, 23-17. But the turnovers, more turnovers for the Tuskers, 12 turnovers to 9. And if I look at the three-point shooting, 25% for the Tuskers, just 18 for the Dolphins. Just waiting for a few technicalities to be sorted before we get underway. And it looks like all those technicalities are sorted. We're back on. Driving through all the way to the rim, makes the basket. A great start for the Tuskers. It's 27-26. She's exploring a lot of options, but she loses the ball. And all the way to the rim, the foul is drawn. Vega T will shoot free throws. Vega yet to score in this match. She does finally get her first point. Fails to convert the second. There's a rebound gathered. Bhadra with the ball. Gets a good look. Lines up the shot. Can't get it to go. Rebounds collected for the Tuskers. And not the best of passes from Abhinaya. Plays it over to the right. Over to the high post. Back up top. Drives in through the left. Great bounce pass to a teammate. Puts up the shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Somehow fought for, but they lose it. And a fast break opportunity for the Tuskers. Great pass to a teammate and a simple shot under the board. Team play at its finest from the Thrissur Tuskers. And this is the start they wanted in the second half. Here comes Artika going all the way to the limb. She draws the foul. Artika K, leading scorer on this match, 9 points for her. Will get her 10th as she takes the shot. Artika, the star player for Kerala at the Junior Nationals. Nicely done there. Left open on the lane. All of a sudden, there were too many bodies, and here they are in transition, very quick, but not in this occasion. Back on for the Dolphins. There's a steal coming through, an easy steal for the Tuskers. That's a fine bounce pass, along with the extra pass. And the Thrissur Tuskers having a role here in the third quarter. Dolphins looking to get a hold of things here. And there, once again, under the board, she misses the shot. And the extra pass of no use. There's the quick shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound being fought for. But it's going to go back in favor of the Tuskers. Dolphins now on transition. No foul there, says the official. Quick pass to the open player, mid-ranger. Falls short. She gets the rebound herself. And you can see that extra bit of hustle from the Tuskers, and this is why they get so many steals, along with opportunities like this. But in that occasion, Ida had a few more options. She could have gone for the shot immediately. Instead, it's come back. Ball to be inbounded from the sidelines. Little over 5 minutes remaining in this matchup, in this quarter. And the shot there, no good. Tuskers gather the rebound. And this is where the Tuskers will be very strong because they have their best five. You've got Artika driving through the middle, splitting the defenders and making the basket. Artika K continues to entertain and dominate. Dolphins now have some serious work to do as they're down 12 and they continue to turn the ball over in all of their possessions. And the coach will call a timeout to have a word with his players. 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. It's Dolphins 26, Tuskers 38. Play resumes here on the third quarter post that timeout. That's a great find under the board. She misses the layup. Should have been an easy bucket. And common ball, says the official. The possession arrow will be looked towards. And it's going to go in favor of the Dolphins. They're going to need a lot of things to go in their favor because they're yet to score in the third quarter. We've crossed the 5 minute mark. And there's a steal coming through again. The number of steals this quarter has been quite significant for the Tuskers. Artika on the ball, plays it over to Hida. Hida on the drive, puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound collected for the Dolphins. And common ball once again. This time, it's going to switch back up in favor of the Tuskers. That's the ball inbounded. And some great footwork to play it back out. Artika lines it up from deep and she connects. Artika continues to press the wounds of the Dolphins. The lead is now 15. And the foul drawn. A blessing for the Dolphins as they finally have a chance to score a basket and break the deadlock of not scoring in this quarter. And she makes the first free throw. That's the first point coming in this quarter for the Dolphins. Just 1 point so far. Easy tally for us to keep. Artika again driving past the defenders. And a violation will be called in that occasion. She's not too happy with that call, but she's got to make peace with it. Plays it over to the left. A screen set, lines up the shot, and they make it. Jaikumar Subhadra with the basket. And the Dolphins get their first field goal of the quarter. Artika kicks it out, finds the open player who puts up the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound gathered. There's the second chance. Artika again on the dribble, plays it back out. Hida with the ball, driving in, loses it. And the Dolphins, once again, that's a great move from Subhadra. Goes behind the back, great pass to a teammate under the board. And the basket's good. A quick surge of points for the Dolphins, forcing the Thrissur Tuskers coach to call a timeout with 2 remaining. Play resumes as the Dolphins look to do something late into the third quarter. Something positive that can inspire a comeback for them. And they've cut this game down to a 9 point affair. Alappuzha Dolphins again on the attack. Subhadra lines it up, a confident attempt, which is no good, but the rebound gives them a second chance. The benefit of the offensive rebound, but it's wasted. All wasted as the ball's given to Artika. She goes in for the layup. Too strong on the attempt. And a fast break opportunity. Subhadra with that pass. She fakes the pass. Should have been an easy basket for the Dolphins. It's still alive though. They will shoot the three and she makes it. Top shot from Shibu Sherin. And just like that, it's become a 6 point game. It was once 15 and a 9-0 run for the Dolphins has made it a 6 point game. And once again, a steal coming through. And Sherilyn goes to the rim and makes the basket. What a run has this been! 11-0 run from the Alappuzha Dolphins late in the third quarter. And this has put some pressure on the Tuskers. Once again, she denies the screen, goes the other way. And the steal almost coming. Artika now taking it calm, lines up the shot, and she does not connect. Another stop for the Alappuzha Dolphins. And they continue to hustle on both the ends of the floor. Last 35 seconds in the quarter. It's 37-41. Screen set up top. She gets that space. That's the extra pass to the left. A bit of a slip there on the drive. And common ball, says the official. And possession heads back to the Dolphins. Clock's winding down. There's a bounce pass. Not intended for a teammate, perhaps. 8.4 seconds on the clock. Tuskers will perhaps bring in the ball. There she comes and loses the ball as well. Can they get the shot away? No, they can't. But the important headline is the Dolphins survive. They fight back to end the quarter with a 11-0 run. Heading into the fourth quarter, it's Alappuzha Dolphins 37, Thrissur Tuskers 41. Fourth and final quarters underway. Thrissur Tuskers with a 4 point lead. At one point, it seemed like they had all control of the game, but all of a sudden, The Dolphins came back in fashion to put some pressure on the opponents. And one may reckon if they keep that momentum coming into the fourth quarter, things can be a lot more different as the ball's brought up. There she is, splitting the defense, goes up for the floater, good defense, but she gets a rebound, brilliant pass onto the board, and a great start for the Dolphins to take the game to a one basket affair. It's 39-41. It's one of the best passes we've seen all day. And there's the shot coming in. Possession will remain in favor of the Tuskers. They haven't scored in a while. The run continues 13-0 for the Dolphins. It was 41-26 at one point. And here Artika will look to change that. She goes up for the layup and finally breaks the deadlock. It was quiet for a bit, but Artika says not for too long. 39-43. Tessa now splitting the defenders. Tessa all the way to the rim with a sublime finish. And the Dolphins not allowing the Tuskers to breathe for too long on a great advantage. Plays it back outside, driving in through the middle. She puts up the shot and draws the foul. For the Tuskers, Augustine Krista at the line. She makes the first. She looked to make it 2 of 2 from this trip to the free throw line. Puts the dribble, puts it up and makes it. Tuskers ensuring that it's not a one basket affair. 45-41. Screen set for Shubhadra. She looks for options. There's the bounce pass on top. Tessa with a long pass inside at the elbow. There's the quick handoff. No space to shoot. Shot clock winding down. 5 seconds remaining. Dina puts it up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Nice offensive rebound. And the shot from Sherlin's no good. But it's still alive. Long ball inside. Looking to create some space. And there's a clear contact along with that. It's going to be free throws for the Alappuzha Dolphins. At the free throw line, fails to convert the second. There's the bounce pass. Subhadra shoots it confidently and she makes it. A top shot as the Dolphins tie the game. They've trailed for as much as 15, but here on the fourth, they finally caught up and stand on level terms once again. Augustine Krista lines up the three and she's way off. And this is what the Dolphins wanted. You can hear the bench getting behind the players. There's the long pass inside, intercepted by Artika. It's still with the Dolphins. Once again, the shot from Sherlin won't go. Rebound gathered. Adina searching for her teammates. Won't find one of them. And this should be an easy fast break basket. Ida on the other side will score and the Tuskers take the lead again. 47-45. Adina gets a good look. She will shoot, but she will not convert. Here's Artika in transition. 3-on-1. What she got in mind? She fakes the pass. Goes back for the pass. Should have been a shot immediately. And possession is still with the Tuskers. They lose it though. And it's given back to the Tuskers. Artika will play it over to the center. Augustine Krista puts it up off balance. Gets the rebound and will give it away to the opponents. A lot happening here as we are close to the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Subhadra lines it up, fails to connect. Rebound gathered by Artika. She's moving over straight. Has the step, moves over, finds a teammate on the high post. Back to Artika. Anisha and Artika just passing it around. There's the screen set for Artika. Sets her feet, lines it up. Can't get it to go. And the Dolphins now with the chance to tie it up again. Sherlin on the ball. Sherlin taking on the defenders. Plays it back out. Tessa. Back to Sherlin under the board. And we're tied again at 47. A very good look and a very good pass. Bit of a miscommunication between the defenders for the Tuskers. With 4:42 remaining, Tuskers now will want to do something different because the Dolphins are not letting them go the other way. They're forcing turnovers like this. And this is where the pressure is starting to build on the Tuskers. You can see the body language of the players. They're looking at each other. They're a bit confused. And the Dolphins will look to captivate in a situation like this. Pick and roll, well executed, leading to the basket. And team play at its finest display here at the Basketball League Kerala. 49-47, the Dolphins have taken the lead. Artika all the way to the rim, a foul and the basket. And just when the Dolphins made their statement, Artika has stepped in to let them know that it's not over yet. She has a chance now to complete the three-point play and put a team in the lead once again. A lot of lead changes here in this match in its entirety. She fails to connect and we're tied at 49. Artika again is blocked this time. A top block coming in from Sadhia. Ten seconds on the clock. Artika weighs her options. She's guarded by Subhadra. Clock's down to last 2 seconds. Artika has to get the shot away. She finds a teammate who's too strong on the attempt. And the shot clock violations come through, which means the Dolphins are getting the stops. They are forcing turnovers. And we're into the last 3 minutes and a few seconds. We're tied at 49 apiece. The Dolphins on the ball. Subhadra loses possession. And this is something that they thrive on. The Tuskers, but she's missed the layup. The fast break that should have been converted is missed. And again, the Dolphins have the chance. 3-on-1. Subhadra hands it over. And Adina makes the basket. Once again, the Dolphins take the lead in the fourth. And this is where it's going to hurt for the Tuskers because they had a similar chance prior to this. An easy layup was missed. And the Dolphins now lead the Tuskers 51-49. There's the screen set on top. And she's searching for options. Another turnover from the Tuskers. This is where a team is being put to test. In situations like this, how do you close out a game? It's a very important question every team has to answer. Subhadra brings it up, plays it over to the left. Tessa's got a few options. Instead, she commits a turnover. And a sigh of relief for the Tuskers camp. Tuskers would reckon spreading across the floor a bit more. Artika brings it forward. We're into the last 2 minutes of this exciting matchup. Tuskers down by 2. Artika plays it over to Krista, who lines up the three for the lead, and she makes it. Augustine Krista from beyond the arc. And another lead change here in the fourth quarter. It's 52-51. And all onus is back on the Dolphins. She crosses over. Sherlin to the rim, makes the basket. And we're back with the lead in favor of the Dolphins. 53-52 is the scoreline with 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. And this game's all about nerve from this point. There's the screen set. Artika looking to find a way through. She's ran into too many bodies. And a foul is committed in the process. It's going to be a sideline throw. A baseline inbound to be precise, with a minute and 29 seconds remaining. The Tuskers are down one. She's going to look for options. Where she's going to go. She goes to a post who misses the shot. And the rebound finds its way back to the Tuskers. And they turn the ball over. A lot happening here, and in moments like this, composure is what is going to win you the game. The team that holds their nerve will close this one out. The Dolphins have the 1 point lead and they have the ball. This possession could possibly make the ultimate impact in the game. Subhadra comes in with a few options. The screen is set. She hands it off, gets it back. Subhadra dribbling through, finds Tessa, who puts it up, and she makes it. A top shot for the Dolphins. And they're up by 3. The Tuskers now look for options. She will shoot immediately, and high kick shot. And we're tied inside the last minute at 55 apiece. Subhadra now for the Dolphins. Looks at her options, finds Tessa. It's played over to the center. Shorlin now with the ball. Shorlin gets past and she loses it. The Tuskers now with a fast break opportunity. And a foul is committed. My oh my. With 41 seconds remaining. Christina Augustine heads to the free throw line. The Tuskers for the last couple of minutes were not leading. But now she shoots in and out. And this is where the pressure gets to a player. We're tied at 55 and this free throw is of utmost importance. Augustine Krista in, out and back in. And the lead is back with the Tuskers. 56-55. We're into the last 40 seconds. Subhadra dribbles inside and she loses the ball. A crucial steal for the Tuskers. There's still plenty of time, and this is where the Dolphins don't need to do something unnecessary. There's 20 seconds on the shot clock, which means they'll get the ball back. The Tuskers with a 1 point lead. Artika K, she's built for moments like this, but she's fighting for the ball, and it's still alive for the Tuskers. The shot clock's winding down. Krista again loses the ball. It's still with the Tuskers, and a lot happening. She shoots quickly off the glass, won't get it to go. And it's Dolphins ball once again. Tessa dribbling through. She goes inside all the way and a foul is called. And the Tuskers have plenty of fouls to give. And it looks like the coach is going to call a timeout, as he rightly should. The Dolphins down by 1 point with 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Will call a timeout and the coach will draw out a play to find an open player perhaps and put up a shot. This is where this game becomes all about nerve. We can see how the Dolphins came back in the third quarter. They were down by 15 points. They went on a 13-0 run. They took the lead in the fourth quarter. There were plenty of changes of the lead in the fourth quarter, but the Tuskers held their nerve, and courtesy of a free throw, they have this 1 point advantage. But we have a few seconds on the clock, 5 to be precise, and the Dolphins, you can see the coach drawing out a play. He's got something in mind, and he will hope that that play is executed. And the Dolphins are all set to come off the huddle. They're down by a point. At the very least, they should try and draw a foul and shoot free throws. But it has to be in the act of shooting, because the Tuskers have 2 fouls to give. They have 2 fouls to give. Let's hope they can knock down a shot the same way they knocked down the fan. But we look back at the scoreboard, 55-56. The Dolphins with possession. with 5.4 seconds remaining, will look to get a shot away. And we could perhaps even see the first buzzer beater here at the Basketball League Kerala. A lot of ifs. And now, very soon as the ball is inbounded by Tessa, we will know what is ultimately going to unfurl. And there, the ball's being inbounded. Who's it going to go to? Adina, back to Tessa. She loses the ball. And the Tuskers will hold it out and close it and secure the victory. An exciting game of basketball comes to an end. This is the Basketball League Kerala, brought to you by ABC Starting 5 and the Kerala Basketball Association. The Thrissur Tuskers come out victorious by the slimmest of margins of just 1 point. The Alappuzha Dolphins gave it their all, gave it their best. But basketball and sport is as cruel as it always gets. Do stay tuned for more basketball action coming your way. This is the Basketball League Kerala.
Check, check. All right.
Sun, our oldest source of energy. We can capture the power of sunlight and harness it to use in our own homes, businesses, schools, government buildings, and public utilities. Watson Energy, your one-stop solar solution.